Attention, please. It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
Awesome. See, there's nowhere else that you can hear this or see this except right here. Yeah. Nobody else has that. Nobody else has that.
What's that?
Nobody else has that. Can't go to YouTube. Can't go to YouTube.
Yeah. I'm your hype guy. I got my bling on it.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Michael? What's up, Gravediggers Union out there? How's everybody out there?
Gravediggers Union.
Wow. Michael, I just watching that video and how amazing. I mean, you're a legend in your own right, but how amazing is it to step into Joey Ramone's Chuck Taylor's and sing on stage with talk to me about that, dude. What?
I love doing that. I think
amazing.
that was certainly a highlight of my life.
Where was that? Was that in Rio de Janeiro? Where was that show at?
That was in I forget the name of it. I think I want to say Brazil. Let's see. Teatro Vorterix. I'm playing the same place when we go over there next year. I saw it was on the list.
Yeah, that's right, guys. American Monster 2 already signed, sealed, and confirmed for Latin America 2022. It's coming full new band with all the great makeup and straight jackets. And what else you got planned? I heard you got some plans. You have a show in mind that we got to produce.
Yeah. I really want to celebrate American Psycho. It's 25 years of American Psycho. So I want to celebrate that record. And in celebrating that record, I imagine celebrating the band itself from afar. And I always talk about having Halloween play and start and tell the story of the Misfits in the 1970s and set the stage for American Psycho. And bring the listener, the viewer, the fan, through a quick journey of the 70s band, and then pick it up right where American Psycho is with different visuals and being told, the narration being told over, and the video narration being told over that Halloween. What is it? Halloween 1 formulae. Isti dati do de boo do. Speaking Latin.
So kind of like a rockumentary of the history of the band and then
just like real quick. You know how we would come out to that song Radioactive, right? It would
course,
be
yeah.
like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So that's kind of the same thing. It wouldn't be like it's sitting there like, oh God, when is this gonna fucking end? It's like the intro to the
Intro
show, and then all
going
of a sudden you're
boom.
like, bah, bah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be a part of that. I mean, we love touring in Latin America, so it's gonna be fun. Hey, kickoff to American Prayer. Saturday is our first show at Club Vinays in upstate New York. How you feeling?
I feel good. Every time I get on the air and I drink something, it feels like I drink some sort of something that goes down my throat.
Did you drink
and I'm doing that all night. I have this beautiful, I think you gave this to me. Somebody gave this.
Yeah, the Martin thing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so I have my magnesium. I supplement with magnesium, and it's like an orange thing. And it tastes really good, but I don't know.
Is that the
tangy tangerine? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind.
All right, so I have understood that you're doing vows in some places for some private shows.
Yeah, celebrating love.
You're gonna wear your multicolored robe and maybe your deacon hat or something. Is there such a thing?
Celebrating love. How cool is that?
That's friggin' awesome. And you're doing it for people that are actual friends that we've met along the way and become friends. So it's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I really understand the journey, at least for this kickoff for our friends.
Looking forward to the Whiskey A Go-Go show. They're selling tickets right now, so go to whiskey-a-go-go.com. You can buy the Michael Graves tickets right there. I just put up a link on the fan club about the Butler, PA show. It has a venue. Finally, it has a home. Let me tell you where that's at. But most importantly, October 1st, we have Empire in Akron, Ohio. That's going to be there. Our first public appearance, Akron, Ohio, October 1st. So make sure you make it down there as well. What you got there?
Well, I'm trying to.
Oh, you're trying to get me the date there?
The screen.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, this is old, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get the new poster up and rolling. There's been some minor changes there, but overall, it's all about the same. I got 3 dates left, so if anybody wants to pick up those 3 last dates in November, hit me up. We're going to be in Texas for 2 weeks, which is pretty much going to be sold out immediately. We already have the places we're going pretty much. But if you're in Texas and you want to pick up a show in those 2 weeks, I know somebody reached out from Fort Worth. Hit us up, and we got 2 weeks extended in Texas. It's going to be at the Lindora Hotel. Michael Graves at the Lindora Hotel in Butler, Pennsylvania. I heard the hotel's haunted, Michael. So let's see what happens.
Everybody always says that.
Every place is haunted, right?
Yeah, right. This place is haunted.
Wasn't the Van Halen haunted?
The what?
The Van Halen. And shit like that. It's all good.
Was it?
No, but I always told people it was, like everybody does. Yeah, it's haunted.
Yeah, it's haunted, and then automatically it's. I heard something, man. It was weird.
It's the car pinging.
I don't know what it was, but it's crazy.
Awesome. Any ideas for new videos coming up, Michael? I know you were planning. We're planning to do some stuff. Are we going to redo American Prayer? What's the thought?
Oh my God! I sang American Prayer 150 times before we got on air. Here, let's take this down here.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still working on American Prayer and really developing that song and kicking it around. And I've been singing it over and over and over and working on the vocals and the sounds of the microphones and playing with different sounds and mixing it. I did one set of mixes and listened to that and lived with that, creative process type of thing. I'm really letting this song cook because my plan is to then, once it's cooked and all together and it really sounds like something that I like, I'll assess it. And if I want to put it out, I'll put it out. I want to put some really creative minds together and think about a concept video for American Prayer. I'll tell you, I want to, I have ideas to take one step back. I do have ideas for American Prayer, and so, but also, dude, I found and you've heard me talk about it a million times. Making a video for it's over there for oh my god, worst day of my life. I found the concept.
Well, yeah, you told me you've talked to me quite a bit about that. Actually, when it first came out, you want to do it in the barn, remember?
Yeah, so I found, here it is. I found the concept that I wrote and the script that I wrote for it. So I think that I'm gonna as well. We should look this over, and I think I want to put together a video for worst day of my life because it's really cool. It's about a scarecrow. I want to bring you through it real quick. So we see wind blowing on Old Country Farm. Truck pulls up. Beautiful girl gets out. Scarecrow sees her and makes her smile. We're gonna jump ahead. We're gonna jump ahead. We can see her in the window, visibly upset on the phone, rustling through things. She might be looking for something. She looks frantic and she runs out of the house, and the Scarecrow's watching her. She gets in the truck and drives away, and you see a bunch of dust. The dust settles and the place is empty and still, and the night comes. In through the window, the Scarecrow remembers her being heartbroken. He begins to loosen his hands, and she's lighting candles and reading, and she cries. She starts to cry, and you see him loosening his feet. And she's praying on her knees. And we're at the point in the song goes, I'm falling to my knees, shaking from the fright. And now we're in the chorus. So the Scarecrow hops off the cross and he walks down the road and he starts to go after this girl. And he walks down the country road and you see him hitchhiking. And there's car lights that come up from the road, and the car stops, and there's people that gesture for him to get in. So the Scarecrow gets into this car. Okay. And he's in, and he's just like, it's weird.
Hey,
what's weird? The car pulls off the road as another one pulls up, and you can tell that something's up. The driver and the passenger get out, and they meet the other occupants in the vehicle. The five of them told, they give the high fives and the bro hugs, and the Scarecrow is like, what the hell is going on? And we're still in the verse. Grief and fear and tragedy are the only ones there. So then the door opens and someone pulls the Scarecrow out, and they point and they laugh at him. They see the flashlight and they're kicking dirt on him. And they beat the hell out of him, and they pull his arms off. They pull his legs off. They throw his stuffing everywhere. He's torn up and he's tossed aside, right? And they take off, and he's just all torn up. The truck headlights, you see truck headlights pull out, and those people take off. And it's the girl, and she hops out. She puts the pieces back together, and she gathers them all up, and she puts them in the truck, and they get back to the farm, and you can see him restuffing him and sewing his arms back on, and it begins to rain outside, and the Scarecrow and the girl look at each other. It starts raining. The Scarecrow smiles, and the girl smiles. Scarecrow stands up, and he and the girl dance in the rain. And so we're at the end of the song, and eventually it fades to an old farmhouse. Again, you just see the Scarecrow. It's not moving. It's dusty and yellow, and it's just still, and there's no one there.
That's fucking fantastic.
Boom.
Dude, you got to do two versions. You got to do a short story version, like a theatrical version, and you got to do the short video version, right? Because
all right,
it has to be kind of like Blue Jeans. Remember Blue Jeans from David Bowie?
Yeah.
It took like 20 fucking minutes to watch the video. And if you didn't like Blue Jeans from David Bowie, you're fucked, because that's what you're going to watch for the next 20 minutes was Blue Jeans. But it was pretty fucking cool. I think it's a great idea. We got our friend over there in Texas that's filming, offering to film a video for us, Rick Carrillo, so we can talk to him about that too.
Yeah.
Knock it out in December. That'd be fucking amazing. Love it.
Yeah, so that's my concept.
I love it. Poor Scarecrow, dude. Are you going to be the Scarecrow? You got to be the Scarecrow.
No, I don't think I want to be the Scarecrows, because I want to be able to direct it.
You can be one of the guys that rip up the Scarecrow.
Yeah, I'll definitely make an appearance, but I want I want to be on the other side of the camera, and I really want to be able to direct and look over the makeup and have hands-on makeup as well. And you know, I really have the visuals in my mind of how I want it to look.
Nice. Can I be like the fat guy with the wife beater shirt and the hat like this?
Yeah.
Driving the truck like, oh, fucking scarecrow. Awesome. That's amazing, dude. I love it. I love it. I love it when you get creative like that, man. You're so creative, and when you write those videos up, because you do it all the time. So, oh, man, let's do this video, and I can see if the movie plays in my head, man, just by the way you describe it. So it's fucking awesome.
Thanks, dude.
All right, we got a whole bunch of people out there tuning. That's friggin' great. Richard Dicko North is back, our buddy from the north. And then I guess we're gonna do some playing today. What do you think, Michael? You guys want Michael to play? I guess they don't want you to play, Michael. I guess we keep talking. What do you think?
Shoot.
Is that a Space Force hat you're wearing, sir?
I wish. No, it's not. That would be sick.
Dude, let's hear
listen.
Gorch. Can you do Gorch? We haven't heard Gorch in a long time.
Nah, it's a kind of a sad song.
Okay, we can keep it upbeat today.
Yeah, remind me about Space Force, because I have something like crazy. I have something crazy that we can talk about.
I will make a note right here on Space Force.
And it's fun, and it won't get us kicked off. It might get us. Who the hell knows what gets you kicked off Facebook nowadays? But
I call one of my friends a dick. And I go, oh, hate and speech, and holy shit, Michael, I regret to inform you of a passing that just happened here in my office a little while ago. Guys, we have had a horrible, horrible accident.
yeah.
Old poor Fat Boobs, the puppet. My dog Scruffs ate her eyes off. Like, literally. So we're going to have to send her back to Sarah and Cadaver and see if we can get some new eyes. But right now, Fat Boobs is blind.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's play some Light My Fire, Zador. Take it away.
Let's see. What should I play?
They lost Skeleton.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what I want to jam? Somebody. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. I usually don't do this song, but somebody was requesting Earth versus Spider.
Sweet. All righty.
And I usually don't do that song, so I figure for the fan club and for everybody watching, that might be cool. This might totally suck. So hang on a second here. All right, make sure that's off. Okay.
Good to go?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know where it starts. Okay, it starts there. 50 tons of black creeping horror, oil in the ditch, truck on fire. Deep dark cave of secrets, terror, death, and thrill. The threat that we must face is getting larger and larger. The threat is getting larger. We all must go inside where we first found this web. Shoot us up with DDT and it rolls over dead. Rock and roll brings life again. It's larger and larger. Red is getting larger. Insect, yeah.
giant spiders that sense our fear and hunt us like we're prisoners, tangled up in this massive web. Yeah, earth-thirsty spiders. We are tangled in the rain. Ooh, we are tangled up in the rain. Earth versus spider.
That was really good, dude. Wow.
Thanks.
Killed it, man. I loved it. I loved it.
I think I only messed up some of the words.
To answer Rick's question right here, Hell Night was played every night during the American Monster Tour. Is that correct, Michael?
Every night.
Yeah, American Monster Tour.
I don't know if we played it every single night, but probably yes. 99% of the time we played it. There were some nights I remember where, because of hard time constraints, we had to whittle the set. But yeah, it's on there.
Awesome.
That's a great song. 13. It's a hard one to sing when it comes. That's one of the songs where I started to get nervous. Like, oh man, all right, just concentrate. You don't suck. Just concentrate.
We're getting a lot of requests for all the hallways. You got it in you?
Oh, yeah, check this out. Hey. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me get a juicy beverage here. Let me just wet my whistle. Wetting.
You sound like you playing Scorpions now. The wind between.
Down at the Moscow. Fun, everybody knows. I hate having fun, and I hate the human race, and I hate your face, yeah. But I know what I live to die for is to spend my time with you. All of these stupid hallways run down to disillusion, altered bodies, revolution. Send my thanks in $1 billion tanks. We rule the world tonight, we move, baby, we dance, we die. We die. Run, makes no sense to run because you can't get away, yeah, from all the damage done. Please don't destroy this place. But I know what I live to die for is to spend my time with you. All of these stupid hallways run down to disillusion, altered bodies, revolution. Send my thanks in I know what I live to die for is to spend my time with you. Yeah. All of these stupid hallways run down in disillusion, haunted by this revolution that sent my thanks $1 billion tanks. Yeah, we rule the world tonight, we move, we dance like the we die. We die. We die. We die. We die. But baby, baby, we die. Oh, we die. Baby, 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 yeah.
Yeah. That was good. That was good. Hey, so question for you, musical question. I like this song a lot, and I think you only have it on one record, and every time I hear it, it reminds me of Johnny Cash, kind of like the picking stuff. The song Break Me Out. Can you tell me how you got to that, and what was your mind when you wrote that song?
Wow. That song really was about the mess of my life at that time. My life was a mess. My life was crazy. It was like the tilt-a-whirl. It was like the Himalayan. If you've ever been on the boardwalk, it was just nuts. And so that song was really reflecting that. Break Me Out.
I didn't know it was that close to you, though. See, that's why I got to ask you.
Yeah, that's a narrative of my life in many ways.
Is there any chance you know how to play that song still?
Hold on, let me see. Let me look up the lyrics. It's really about lyrics. So, is it Break Me Out? Lyrics.
Great song.
Right, that's that one.
Yeah. It almost sounds like Johnny Cash, you know, like I did a hit of cocaine and shot my woman down.
Well, I probably shouldn't be here. I should probably be at home. Let's see. I probably. It's probably just a 3-chord jammer.
Yep.
Break me out. I probably shouldn't be here. I should probably be at home. But there's nothing out there, baby, that I'm having trouble finding. Lord, I've been driving on that long 500 miles on an endless tour. Makes me... Okay. All right. I think... Let me try this.
Good luck.
I probably shouldn't be here. I should probably be at home. There's something out there, baby, that I'm having trouble finding. Lord, I've been driving on that long 500 miles on an endless tour. What makes me feel a little better? It's not hard to find some more. I got one phone call, baby. Break me out. Yeah, I'm running out of money in this dirty hotel room. I am running out of patience while I wait around for truth. It's 8:30, I gotta get on stage. I got that ache again. He said that he should be here, but he didn't say when. The judge said she will see me now. Said break me out. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say this, but I've known I've come apart. I feel like there's something over. Yeah, baby, I know I broke your heart, but I'm an outlaw in a dirty game. I do what I do. She said that all of this running, Michael's gonna soon catch up with you. Yeah, I'll take another hit of what you got. Break me out! I probably shouldn't be here. I
should turn around and go, but that harlot, sweet as honey, takes me where I wanna go. Yeah, the devil knows just what I like. It speaks beneath its breath, and I can taste its body. Yeah, its mouth moves past my neck. I wanna do bad things to you. Ah, break me out. Yeah, break me out. Yeah, break me out. Whoa, break me out. Break me out. Oh, take another hit of what you got. Break me out.
Oh, yes. All right, man. You got to add that song to the fucking set list. What an amazing jam. Look at all the comments. I never really heard that one. Dude, wow.
That's a great jam. You know, and that's something, that's a great jam too. You know, it's something that everybody's just kind of sitting around. You get people to like start pounding on the, you know, it's a great jam. And it's so easy. It's 3 chords, man. It's just, you know, it's that E, A, B, break me out. Back to the E.
Amazing. Dude, that was so good.
Cool.
You have Michael. I mean, you have so many records, so I know you forget songs all the time. So I remind you something. You're like, holy shit! But there's some really good gems hidden around like that you can pop out and blow everybody's mind. Like, what the fuck was that? You know?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It sounded great. You know, you need to record that with Mike Skeleton. You and him jamming the guitars.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. That's right up his alley.
Great idea. Wow. I'm still like, how long has it been since you played that song? Years, right?
I don't know. Many years. At least 7.
That was great. Well, there you go. That's another Gravediggers Union exclusive right here, right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So, in preparation for the tour, what do you all have to do to get your farm ready and your animals ready? What's the deal there, Michael?
Well, the winter's coming, so we definitely start to, or at least try to fatten them up a little bit. I have 3 goats, so you know, it's pretty much the same thing. We start to stock up on hay. I have a lot of birds. I got a lot of birds. I got ducks and chickens that range in age. The ducks are kind of they range in age in 3 different age groups. There's you know, I got ducks that are you know, almost like 8 months old, and there's ducks that are like 5 months old, and then there's older ducks that are almost like a year old. There's also, you know, chickens. I got older chickens that are, you know, range in age as well. I have the adults. I have middle chickens, and then I have, you know, baby chickens, and then I have like chicks in the house. And I have eggs that are in the incubator. So it's just this constant rotation.
So you actually hatch your birds, huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. It's a constant rotation because we have to catch up. Because remember last year, in the winter time, at the end of the winter, remember that's when the fox and whatever, I just got decimated here. All my birds got killed. And you know, we use the shells to feed the chickens, and obviously we have the eggs, and we have lots of eggs, and you know, some of the ducks, they eat the yolks, so it's just this constant thing, this cycle that we have here on the farm. And as well, we raise the birds in the event that, you know, and I have all the processing equipment to process chickens and pluck the feathers and everything. So it's a constant cycle here with the birds. And we just lost, we had 5 chickens that were killed.
No shit.
By something. Yeah. I don't know if it was a fox. It was something that was burrowing under the coop and was pulling them. I was finding chickens that were stuck in the hole that they were getting pulled in, like a horror movie, and they were drained of blood.
Chupacabras, man. Whoa.
Yeah, listen, they were drained of blood. Some of them, their heads were missing, drained of blood, and their necks were open here, and their bodies were open on the side of like their gut, and all their blood was drained, and all of their organs were gone, and it was just the chicken. Yeah, I think it's like a weasel or something like that. Or
I'm not saying it was aliens.
oh.
Go ahead.
I know everybody wants me to play, but I gotta. Let's do this. You want to do some like sci-fi stuff?
Let's do it. What do you say, guys? This is right up our alley, you know. And Halloween's coming. I'm gonna be Ross. Did you turn in your paperwork, Michael? Mike Wazowski.
You forgot to turn your paperwork in. Yeah, Mike Wazowski. Yeah, we watched that today. We screened that today.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so check it out. So just in like real quick, I'll give you the backstory on this. I might even be able to. Did I put it on this desktop? No. Okay. So check it out. So everybody knows that I do the Radio Deadly show, and it's like, you know, and all the politics and all this and that. And so and so I'm constantly gathering information and making analysis and talking to other people who make analysis and watching and so I started to think about alternative analysis to like, why is this all happening? And some of the analysis leads to, well, maybe here on Earth, the elites and some of the governments, NASA, they know something that we don't know and we're not being told. And that's why the pedal is being put to the metal with all this crazy stuff. And we see in the weather and these Earth changes. And I started to think about, and part of that was mass extinction events, you know, like meteors like headed to the Earth, and so started to think like, you know, what fits that sort of description. And then I remembered Nibiru, right, the 9th planet, Planet X,
right. And
so I'm having this conversation with this person. I'm saying, whatever became of that? Like, do you have any information about that? And it was like, no, you know, I remember it was being detected, and some people were saying yes, some people were saying no. So I went off into my little corner and I started doing research, and it's a real thing. Like it's an absolute real thing. Where there is this 9th planet. Where is it? There's this 9th planet out there that is on the like outer reaches of the solar system, and it's massive. It's huge.
It's on the NASA website.
Yeah, and what I'm looking for as I'm stumbling through this and telling you, I found, so I wanted to do a report about it. I said, but I needed references I couldn't just, so I started looking up for these references, and I got this montage together of like U.S. news. I found stuff all over the place, and so there's this montage that I put together from U.S. news and the way that they report on it as compared to Russian news.
Okay.
And it's just it's mind-blowing because it's totally real, and there is more. Let me see if I can find it here.
You have the montage there? You gonna play it for us?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Of course, dude. Let's
all right.
Do this.
Okay, so hang on. So all right. So this is, again, I forget. I can't give credit exactly to the editor of this montage. So
credit where credit is due.
Yeah, man. Hat tip to you, bro. Good job. Here we go.
There might be a whole new planet on the other side of Pluto. It's named 2012 VP 113, jokingly dubbed Biden. Get it? Corey Powers, editor-at-large for Discover Magazine in studio. How you doing, Corey?
VP Biden.
Right on.
There we go.
Correct on that. 2 images show you. This is the arrow obviously pointing to it. but there are 3 dots on here. One is red, one is green, one is blue.
Right.
What's significant?
So this is the actual discovery image. Basically, 2 astronomers were looking one little patch of sky very, very far away, looking for exactly this kind of thing. Stars don't move. Planets or anything that's like a planet does. So this is color-coded. This is what they saw on different nights. They're looking for one thing moving. They color-coded it to show that all these stars are staying still. This thing is moving, and the way it's moving.
So this is just one.
It's one object, color-coded.
Is Pluto on this?
Pluto's in a whole different part of the sky.
So this is way out there.
This is way out there.
Well,
this is more than twice as far away as Pluto.
Unbelievable. Why does this matter, Corey?
Well, there are 2 ways you can look at it. I think I look at it first of all as an exploration question. That there, we know where we are on Earth. We've mapped our planet. Our solar system is still terra incognita.
You really had to think about that answer.
This object is something that astronomers said shouldn't even be there. There's a whole other solar system beyond the planets that we know that are full of these things that are sort of planets, sort of comets. Some of them they call dwarf planets. That's what they're calling this one. What we're seeing is we're seeing our neighborhood. We're seeing what's around us. And then the second part, we're seeing where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing where we came from.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy? Look at this. This is all real.
The oft-contested designation of Pluto as the 9th planet is back in the news again today. The California Institute of Technology published a study claiming they have discovered a true 9th planet beyond Pluto.
For the first time in 170 years, evidence of this 9th planet was found on the far edge of the system. Astronomers at the California Institute of Technology have not directly seen it yet.
There it
They
is.
think it's up to 10 times bigger than Earth and 20 times farther away
It's
than Neptune.
huge.
2 scientists at Caltech say they've discovered
It's
a 9th
absolutely
planet
massive.
in the outer corners of our solar system.
It's pretty exciting to know it's out there and waiting to be found. 2 years ago, we realized that there was something funny going on in the outer solar system.
Well, these orbits are showing us, they're showing us sort of a gravitational one-way sign towards the existence of an additional body.
These researchers say for the last 13 years, a handful of objects have been found by other astronomers, and all of these objects swing in the same direction.
That can't happen by chance. So we knew something funny was going on.
Many may remember Mike Brown for his role in demoting Pluto as a planet about a decade ago.
What's the evidence that it's there?
So the evidence is that we can look at objects orbiting around our solar system and figure out why their motions are the way they are, because of the gravitational influences of everything else around. So we looked at a small group of objects newly discovered and realized we couldn't actually completely understand their motion. However, if we insert into the equation about that an object about the size of this planet 9, everything then worked out perfectly. So that's
Science.
what gives the suspicion that it really does exist.
They can't exactly see this thing from a telescope or anything like that. Instead, they are using data about how other objects as far out as Pluto are reacting and moving out of alignment, getting out of its way. So data like that actually suggests a heavy gravitational pull, which primarily comes from things that are qualified to be called planet. But they do have two
Don't
giant
leave the stream.
telescopes on two different
We're learning
continents
here at
searching for the
Gravediggers
physical
Union.
evidence of this thing's existence.
School's
Right
in
now,
session.
The best that
9th
they can
planet.
say is that something really, really, really big beyond Pluto exists because space rocks are moving out of the way, as well as it's causing misaligned positions among the outer planets. The orbit of other celestial bodies seem to be responding to something. What that is, nobody can actually confirm just yet.
It's so far away that even though it's big, it's very, very dim and it'd be very tough to spot with a telescope.
I'm also fascinated at the idea that this planet could be so far out there and still our sun be the mass that is keeping it in the gravitational pull of our solar system.
Right, yeah, but no, it's true.
That's incredible. And so there was a thought at one point from scientists that when they thought that there was something beyond Pluto, that it might have been all the massive objects floating in the Kuiper Belt, but it's not.
Right. So all those objects are out there and they have a lot of mass. And originally the scientists said
It's real.
the planet is such a
It's
crazy
real.
idea.
There it is.
Maybe it's the Kuiper Belt itself that's pulling it on itself.
It's
and making
right
these
there.
orbits
Crazy.
look funny. and they ran simulations and they tried to make that work, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. There's not enough stuff out there.
So you don't see it, but you said it's all about the numbers. So two scientists are playing around with numbers, and they think what?
They think, this doesn't add up. Yeah. We need to ask some other folks to take a look at this for us and tell us if we're crazy. And sure enough, that's what they did. The Caltech astronomers looked at the number and said, you know that idea about there being another planet? That's not a crazy idea. It looks like it's really possible. So now what they'll do is they'll let this information out to the rest of the astronomical community to try to help figure out what's going on, to make sure that everything's correct. And now they'll also do the observations.
And some have already stepped forward to say they're convinced.
Well, yes, they are pretty well convinced now they need the visual evidence to back it up because, as I said, the numbers don't lie.
But the critics of this study say that it's possible that this
the
large
numbers don't
body
lie.
is simply an ancient core of a gas giant that was ejected out to the farthest reaches of the solar system thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. What does this tell us about our solar system?
Well, one thing it tells us is that we don't really understand it as well as we thought we did. And another is that it probably had a very violent beginning. This thing was probably formed much closer in and then flung out, maybe in a close encounter with Jupiter or something.
You mentioned that scientists haven't seen it yet because of how far away it is and how dim it is. Is there a way for them to get visual evidence?
Yes, so the biggest telescopes in the world can theoretically see this thing if they're looking in exactly the right place. And with the publication of this new paper today, they are now going to start to look in earnest.
Well, there it is.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing and crazy. I mean, I was pissed off enough when they fucking took Pluto out of the fucking scheme, you know? Fucking Pluto's not a planet. What do you mean? It's a planetoid. I'm like, what the fuck? And now we got another big ass planet. So we don't know shit what's out. This is the whole thing. We don't know anything about, about anything. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I have a montage that's put together of Russian media and their and what their mainstream media puts out, and it's a totally different.
What do they say?
Well, I'll show you. Let's see where it is. All right, hang on here. Here it comes. Okay. You see the weak it's observed by anonymous. You can see it by the naked eye by 2011 in the year. The darkest planet's called Nibiru, mysterious part of our solar system. Probability of the existence of this planet has recognized in 1982. All of the Sumerians 5,000 years ago called this planet winged disk and argued that the appearance of Nibiru in the sky threatens dire trouble. Asteroids from the sky to the Earth. The question is no longer relevant. Expect much more grandiose events. The approach to Earth of another planet. Planet Nibiru. It's going to fly around Earth. It's going to get so close. Could be catastrophic. Planet X is much bigger. The gravitational field is much stronger than the Earth's gravitational field. Devastating effects at the end of 2012 with the approach of the planet. Change the slope of our planet. Change the poles of the Earth. Possibly the extermination of all life on the surface. They're putting this on the news. 2/3 of world population will perish. Almost all. According to one theory, it's the planet of gods of reptiles. The Anunnaki. Don't worry, it goes to English to where you can understand it. But this dude's talking about Nibiru approaching the Earth, and the calculations in 2012 it will be visible to the naked eye in the southern hemisphere. It's a celestial body larger than the size of the Earth. The gravity is so powerful that the Earth will change the tilt of its axis. It will shift the magnetic poles, which is actually happening. That's demonstrable. You can just look that up. Floods, earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, tornadoes, which are all happening now. Cyclopean Titanic. That's crazy. I don't even know what that is. So this old Russian guy, he made a sensational statement in 1978. The solar system, there weren't 9 planets as officially accepted, but 10 planets. According to the scientists, the 9 planets, there's one known as Nibiru. She moves in space and incredibly alongside orbit 3,600 years. It returns to Earth once every 3,600 years. There's that 9. First to the theory of Zacharias Sitchin, astronomers regarded it's not visible from outer space. Again, this is on Russian mainstream television. This is like NBC, MSNBC. This is CNN in Russia. The existence of the giant Nibiru planet has been proven. Let's see if I got some English here. No, I don't have any English. I thought I did. Sorry, no English, but you get the point, right?
Absolutely, man.
Isn't that insane?
That's insanity. Planet Uhuru. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But was there any major significance during 2012 and 2013 when you're supposed to see it? It's something I don't recall if something was recorded that something did happen, or it's just happening now. We're seeing the effects of it now.
I think we've been seeing the effects of it. There's
right.
Well, the earth changes that are happening in 2012, the uptick in the velocity of the uptick in storms and volcano eruptions and earthquakes and hurricanes and tornadoes has undeniably increased. And it's not getting into the nuances of, is it man-made global climate change, or is it just a natural thing? Regardless of what it is, you can argue all day about it. It's definitely like something's happening. Like there's big earth changes, and that's why you look in the news and you see volcanoes erupting, and earthquakes happening, and the uptick in hurricanes and snowstorms and floods and dry spells. It's not just, some people say, oh, well, it's just being reported on more and more so. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not necessary. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not fake news. Again, there's nuances and misinformation that is put in there, but there's definitely something happening. The magnetic poles, all sorts of shit is like,
maybe that planet is responsible for everybody wussifying, becoming some sensitive too, because it started happening around 2012.
So I got to all of that through that thought project of what if the all the elites, governments, NASA, whoever, people that are in the know that something like that is actually happening, and it's because of this giant planet. They talk about Nibiru being what flew by Earth 3,600 years ago and caused the flood that Noah was building the boat for. And it would work out to be 3,600 years, because 3,600 years ago was the time of Noah's flood. And here we're getting close to that again.
God, that's all we need, right?
It's just crazy.
It's very interesting stuff, man. And I'm sure we're gonna listen to it a lot more on the road. So I'm dying to get on to Coast to Coast with you at 3 a.m. somewhere and listen about this shit.
That's a song. Like, you take Earth versus Spider that I just played, and here's some horror punk for you again. You take this a song like Earth versus Spider, and it's about these giant spiders that are genetically modified in a lab that got out, or they were genetically modified through radiation, but there was genetic modification of the environment that they lived on an industrial level. So the giant spiders are coming, and mixed in those lyrics as well is we're being hunted, hunted like we're criminals. We're caught up in this web, and sure, you're caught up in the big giant spider's web, but it's the web of deceit, and it's the web of lies that are in all the rulers and the what it takes to rule over and put the spell over somebody, and populations that you can then overtake them. Like you see, so all of that is weaved in there.
There's a correlation.
Cobra and the Dark Force and Darth Vader and shit. The bad things.
What is it? Dr. Mad from Inspector Gadget's involved in this motherfucker too, right? Okay.
Yes. And my point is, it's just not like, we are in the haunted house and we're walking down the hall.
Right. There's some really scary shit going on
Ghosts in the back. Ghosts in the back. Stupid.
Hey,
it's Nightmare on Elm Street, and Freddy's gonna get you in your dreams. I'll do that all day long. It's just stupid. Stop doing it.
Check it out. I just found these. You want to see what this is?
What do you
I
got?
have probably 11 of them. These are posters for our 2018 tour, acoustic tour.
Oh man, that is awesome. I love that. I love that.
This is 2018. We started in Elmhurst, New York at Blackthorn 51.
We did.
Chesterfield, Illinois, Lombard, Illinois, Brower House, Hollywood, California, the Viper Room. Remember we played the Viper Room and somebody brought us a bunch of cups. San Diego, brick by brick. They brought us a bunch of cupcakes. Somebody brought us to the dressing room. There was this fucking thing of cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
Then we forgot the damn cupcakes.
Yeah. The audio cut out. I thought you said something else.
What do you think I said?
I thought you said Coke.
They brought us Coca-Cola too. They bring us sodas. No, it's cupcakes. This is the first tour we did with the screen and the backdrop. This is the tour.
Yeah.
This is your birthday tour, right? 43. Yeah.
Yes.
We rode horses. What was the damn billboards that were all over New Mexico that we take picture? Call what is it? Call Steve or whoever.
Not call Carl. Call something.
Anyways, guys,
that seems like a long time ago, but it wasn't.
Check it out.
It wasn't that long.
There's 10, 11 definitely collector's items. They're in great condition. Anybody that purchases anything at the merch store at officialmichaelgraves.com, I'm just gonna throw one of these posters in. If you come up to Michael during the show and any of these shows, he'll sign for you. So go to the merch store, officialmichaelgraves.com. Anything you buy there, I don't care what it is. Could be $1, could be $10, could be $100. I'll throw one of these posters while supplies last, because I don't have enough for everybody. So while supplies last, I'll throw one of these in. I don't even think I have one of these in my office, so I'll probably keep one, just for the record. And dude, next time, that's it, man. This is the last time this image is coming out. We're changing. We're taking another picture of you.
Yeah.
But there you go, guys. Check it out and take my posters.
That's the
You know, man. If I ever die, man, when my family comes and cleans out my office, they're gonna find some crazy shit.
Yeah, you got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it's just and by X, what the hell is this? What the hell is that? Really cool. Hey, so you told me you found some really old guitar picks. What's the deal with that? What
they're from 2012. There's the War of Information. They're War of Information picks.
That's awesome.
We see little sunglasses.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'll steal
sunglasses on. That's one of the greatest scenes in sci-fi horror history is
he had a different signature, similar, but it was different, huh?
Yeah, this is 2012.
So we're gonna have 2 or 3 of those for the collectors. Reach out if you want them. I will confiscate them from Michael somehow because he probably doesn't want to let them go.
No, I have. I think at least I have more back at the house. I can't play with these anymore. They're uncomfortable. Just the way that I play. I play with these. I play with these big triangle picks. They're 73 millimeter, but they have that extra little tooth down there.
Yeah. Guys, I have to order those by the dozens when we go on tour because they're hard to find.
Yeah, but they're
listen. Let me give you. They're good. Yeah, let me give you a little bit more updates and stuff that people are doing. For example, in Texas, I just sold a guitar package. It wasn't for one of the live shows. They wanted to buy a guitar. I gave them a really great deal. So in one of the shows in Texas, Michael's going to play the guitar, at least play one song with it on stage.
Yeah, for sure.
And hand it off to the person right there on stage. So if that's something you guys want to do and get one of Michael's art guitars or something like that, and you want to go to the live show, be it at the Whiskey or whatever, Whiskey would be a really cool show to do that. Hit me up at art@officialmichaelgraves.com. We'll hook it up. I'll give you a price. And Michael will play at least one song with the guitar on stage live, and we'll hand it off to you right there on stage. So come up with ideas like that. We can do anything. So hit me up, art@officialmichaelgraves.com.
Of course, I get the music in way too late.
Michael, what do you got going on with Radio Deadly? Any? I mean, I know you're doing the whole Planet X stuff and all that stuff, but how's the views? I haven't seen it in a few weeks. How's everything going there?
I don't even know how many people are watching it, to be honest with you. I don't know. It is a good valve for me, though, and it is a good way to support this whole thing that's happening here. Censored.TV, the Radio Deadly show. You use the promo code Graves. Again, like I said, I feel fortunate to have that outlet, and eventually, I want something like the Radio Deadly show to be able to expand. I always talk about it to be like a variety show that I'd like to produce. But the larger image in that is, think what you want about the Video Music Awards. Everyone, we need to create parallel structures, and it's something that I get into on the Radio Deadly show this week. Is about creating parallel structures to and with the industry, and MTV, fine. MTV doesn't put music on anymore. They just produce these shows that are counter to the culture that some of us would like to see continue. That's fine. Let MTV do what they're going to do, and let those networks and do what they're going to do. What we need to do is build these parallel structures, our own MTV, our own communication networks, our own record companies, our own production houses and movies and videos. And that's what I want to do. And so when you buy shirts at officialmichaelgraves.com, or you spend $9 or $10 a month at censored.tv and watch that content over there, or what you're helping build towards that, to where then hopefully, if that is God's plan, I will someday be able to build these things that I'd like to build, and produce the content that I'd like to produce. Sometimes I get tied up in it all because I have all of this in my head that I want to do, and it feels like I'm a fish out of water, because I'm fighting these other battles that I have to fight that take up and suck a lot of energy out of the room. So the trick is to leverage all of that. And those of you that have been with me on this journey understand that it's this constant rebuilding of sorts, of infrastructure and the ability to do to do things, and the focus of it. And I don't complain about it, because through it all I'm learning so much about myself and my music and other people and other people's music, and it's just a great thing. So I love everyone, and thank you very much for all that you do.
That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. So now you know, guys. It's at Censored.tv. The Radio Deadly show, and use promo Graves, because that helps Michael out. They know, they keep his numbers and everything, and how he's doing, how he's bringing people in. So promo code Grave is very, very important to use. I have a subscription. I think it was $95 for the whole year, and I catch it. I love it because there's a lot of Grimple Graves involved in there too. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, last week's show that's up there now. I have the new show. I'm supposed to upload every Thursday, and that schedule gets wonky. But last week's episode is just craziness. It starts off, and it's just like, if you've never seen the Radio Deadly show, you don't really kind of know some of my nuances. You can't believe what you're watching. And Grimple Graves, the puppet, the woke puppet, is on the episode that's up there now as well. It's crazy. And so this week's I wanted to, and I make mention to it in the show, and I say that I'm going to play all the stuff on the show, essentially that I just played all for you with this whole Nibiru thing, but I didn't get to it because I usually keep my show on the Radio Deadly Show to on censored.tv to about an hour. It's about an hour 15 minutes. It's just a monologue, a message, deep thinking, thought projects, and but the past, there's a lot of good content in the past shows too, as well. 31 shows, man. This is going to be number 31.
Wow, you're already in there, huh?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Michael. I love it, man. I love that you're doing that, man, because I know you it's like your porch, your backyard, and you're in your zone when you're in there. There's no stopping you when you're on the Radio Deadly Show, and you know what you're talking about. That's the whole thing. You back everything up, and you speak the truth. You speak your mind, and it's fantastic. So check it out. Sometimes I pop on there. Sometimes Paul Bazile pops on there, but it's mostly Michael Graves. That's his baby, but it's really fun and really good articles and stuff that's going on, like up to date, right? We're dealing with stuff that's happening daily, right?
I've been doing a lot of. I've been doing. There's been an uptick in Michael Graves interviews. I'm starting to appear a lot more on television, radio, and print as well. Tomorrow I have 3 interviews.
Woo!
What
do you got?
I think it's radio. There's I think Newsmax. Yeah, I have to look. I mean, so much that I have a Google Calendar, and I have my little written book here, and and as much as I talk about what's wrong and how we've gotten to where we've gotten here in our culture, that's affecting people like me in the entertainment industry. It's important as well that I talk about solutions and push for solutions, and my solutions are and is what I just said, is parallel structures. That's really what it comes down to, because we can't shut down other people. You can't become what we're fighting against.
Correct.
Because we all, whether you like this person's music or you don't like this person's music, or you don't like what this person's wearing, or what they think, whether you like Lil Nas X or not, or whether you like Olivia Rodrigo, and whatever the case, you can't just shut it down, right? So we have to build parallel structures. If you don't like the movies that Walt Disney's putting out, well, I know it's a long way out, but we got to create a different sort of Walt Disney alternative entertainment. I hate that word alternative because it's been so jacked, but
yeah.
But you're right. So artists like myself who are being who have been squeezed out of a certain segment of an industry that was an important part of, and that I had a certain share of the market to where I was able to run my business, take care of my family, do all these things. I'm not a victim. But instead of being a victim and going around and saying, I can't believe it, this is terrible, and I can explain it and use my brain in an intellectual way and say, these are the things that have happened to me. This is how it applies to history. This is why it's dangerous. These are the things that we can do to resolve it and build towards a better future for everybody. And again, I always talk about using that judo move.
Yeah.
So I'm out there. I'm spreading the message of love. Pushing back against literally hate. It's straight up hate.
It is. It is. But
we are winning.
Yeah. One of the things I admire about you and stuff like this, and I've heard you have heart-to-heart conversations, be it of politics or whatever, with other people that will challenge you, and you actually take the time to listen to what they have to say. You don't come in like, no, you're wrong. It's my way. You listen and you actually debate, and that's a good thing. Normally, you don't get that, man. Normally, it's like, dude, you're wrong. Screw you, whatever, and people don't listen. You actually take the time to listen and debate people and talk. So it's a good thing.
it's really important to communicate. It's
Yeah, no,
very, it's mucho important to communicate. And again, I don't even think that MTV even has programming like that anymore. Where there's that part of our culture, the give and take of ideas and the difference of opinions. Young people look to entertainment and look to people like that in those industries as a way to, they emulate them, and so if they only see these people behaving one way, or and only getting one part of the story, and all of that information just being funneled into their brains, well, that's not what, music has to be for everybody, and you can't just segregate people because of their differences. That's that's just cra- that's that's not right. That's not what music is about. That's
well
not
said.
what that's not what um us as humans are about. It goes against our human nature. You can't just segregate people,
Well
and so
said.
therefore you have to allow those doors to be open, and there has to be that open platform, so that then younger people, as they become older people, they can emulate that and have patience and debate, and use logic and reason, and not just because we're at a point in our society where it's just emotions. People just act upon their emotions, and there's larger reasons for that we won't get into, but that's what's happened. And there's just as different things affect an individual body, there are things that over a larger scale, a societal scale, a social scale, that affects the body politic, and it affects societies. And that's, for example, when I took all those years and focused on the West Memphis Three, and when I used to do press and talk to young people, that's what we talked about. We talked about the sickness of societies, and used the Salem witch trials as our lens and focus, and used a contemporary example, the West Memphis Three, and Damien and Jason and Jesse, as examples of how these things can bubble up to the surface and happen again in our times, and how they're exactly the same as what happened in the 1600s, exactly the same. And here they are, it's happening in the 1990s, and it would click in kids' brains, and they'd go, holy shit, wow. And then you can start to dismantle hate and the mechanics of it, and learn how to free yourself individually from those things, and free societies and culture from those things. Because when you suck, the that life, the free moving energy of thoughts and ideas and creativity, what you get is stagnation and gray. And because no one's really no one's feels comfortable to just truly be themselves, because maybe truly being yourself is going against what the internet doesn't want you to be or say. But how can I be myself if the mobs of people are saying you can't be that way, you can't do? Well, wait a second, I'm a certain way, and so eventually there's this numbing effect, there's this chilling effect, and people don't express themselves, and art becomes meaningless and boring and gray, and it's just the same thing. You don't get that vividness of individual creativity and those bright colors, and that's important. It's important.
Definitely is, man, and you couldn't have said it better. Absolutely, and that's what you're all about, and this is what the whole Gravediggers Union is about, and it's great. Actually, the Victims of Society, don't you have? Isn't that one of the lyrics for what song is it? Is it Fountain of Heroin or Victims of Society? Dun, dun.
Pictures of society.
That's what it is.
But that's a great lyric too. Pictures of society means so much to me. I can feel the future. There's no doubt. Um, uh, Something of resistance. Live to fight another way.
What song is that?
Generation Coming Down.
Yes, it's my Yes, I love that song, man. I didn't know the lyrics apparently, but I know the
Yeah,
song.
Pictures of society. When I was in Romania, and I was learning about the revolution in Romania, I was at a museum with the individual that was really schooling me on the revolution, and I was looking at pictures that were in this Romanian museum, about you know pictures of society means so much to me. It really changed a lot in me.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Hey, talk to me a little bit about Nurgle and Blues and Cocaine,
Oh, yeah.
man. The record's out. They're doing pre-orders, so I know they're
nice.
I know I bought 2 vinyls, one for me, one for Michael. So they have vinyls. I don't know if they're still on sale. They're like 70 days away from being shipped. But
God, so cool.
What's it called? What's his band called? The Man and I.
Me versus the Man.
Me and the Man. Me and this man. What is it?
I think it's me versus the Man, or me and that man.
Me and that man. That's right.
Yeah. Nargle was just in, or Adam, Adam Darsky was just in the news, and he's a citizen of Poland, and there's great strife in Poland as well, dealing with culture, and the government, the right wing government in Poland is rooted in the Catholic Church. And Adam is fighting charges of blasphemy. Because he put a picture out where there's a boot. It's over what appears to be the Virgin Mary, right? And so the government's found him, guilty of blasphemy. And so there's all of these rules of like that, those oppressive rules that hammer into freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and you're not going to see me do that sort of thing. However, I don't, obviously, because I've worked with the man. I don't judge anybody else for doing that. He's a very intellectual person, and which again shows that free flow of ideas and individuals. We can work with one another. One of the things, and I'll give you an example of the complete duality of it, but in that shows that we as artists have to show people that we can work together. One of the things that you get in like one of the records, I don't think that it's this one, but it's I don't know if it's the new Behemoth record or
yeah, he is the lead singer of Behemoth, correct?
Yeah. So when you get this record from Nargle, it comes with this cutout of it's a cardboard church that you can burn. Like that would not be something that I would do, but it's taking a piss at the Catholic Church, or the government, not the Catholic, the Catholic Church as it is represented in what it's doing in Poland, as connected to oppression and tyranny. Again, like I said, to the freedom of expression. So in that mix of resistance and these and really working towards the free and open expression of individuals, cultures, and societies here in America and there in Poland, I find great synergy and have great respect for an individual like that, and obviously have no qualms or problems working with somebody like that, because he's not a hateful person, and he's not trying to hurt people, or he's an artist, and he's an incredibly smart individual, and so there it is. Him and I worked on that song that's on that record called Blues and Cocaine. It's a really fun song, man.
Fantastic song. Talking about a jam. Hey, let's talk about this guy.
It's a great jam.
Since we're talking about complete opposites and good friends, who's that guy there?
Is that Brian Warner? I don't have my glasses on.
Brian Warner.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Good friend. He was a singer for, what's the name of his band? Vital Remains.
Yeah.
Talk about some crazy music. That motherfucker's crazy, but good friend. Love going to see him.
Yeah, real heavy music.
But yeah, completely on the opposite spectrum of what Michael is, and good friends. I mean, we go stay at his place all the time, and play with his dogs and stuff. It's so people,
different people have different energies, and you believe what you believe, and that's it, man. To each their own, really. That to each their own. I mean, I could go on for hours about driving wedges through people and the whys and the hows, and of it all. But John Lennon said it best, all you need is love, and that's truly it. Unfortunately, life is not as simple as that. There's nuance and context to everything, and it's one of the reasons we've gotten to where we're at, because people take away nuance and context to so much. But especially when it bleeds into the arts and entertainment, those things are a reflection of our culture, and for a healthy society, America's very, very young, very, very young. Like this experiment that we're in is a very new one.
Shit, we went and had a beer, or me and Loki went and had a beer in Europe in a pub that was from the 1200s.
That's insane.
It's been open since the 1200s. We went to have a
beer.
So you can imagine how young America is,
Yeah, I remember that hotel that we stayed in, and Tony and I woke up early one morning, came down and had coffee. We were talking to the owner of that place, and he said something that was very striking. He said that, this place had already been 25 years old before, the Constitution was even thought about, over in America. It was just so fucking old.
Yep. It's insane, the history over there. They're like 100 years, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, swinging back to music for a little bit, because we're going on to an hour and a half. I wanted to ask you about the song "Am I Human," and where did that come from? Because it's a fantastic song, man. And sometimes, when I'm a little depressed, I'll put it on and it lifts me up. And what were you going through when you did that song?
It's a touchy thing. I had done work while I was in Little Rock, Arkansas, with pro-life groups, Christian groups, and learned a lot on both sides about the issue of abortion. And I would write about it, and I would report on it, and I would go to protests, and I would talk about different organizations that were for pro-life, and as well as the other side, like I said. So I when I was writing that song, a lot of that, the life issue of things came into play when I wrote that song. Now, it's not a song about that,
right?
But I'm saying that's when I hear that song, that's where I'm brought back to, is the education and the information, and the people that I spoke to, and the things that I experienced and learned in those times. And so that's what I think about, with that song.
It's an amazing song. All right, brother, we're going into an hour and a half. You got anything else you want to keep going? What do you want to do? It's up to you.
What do the people want to do? We got anybody still watching? I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, we're on. So we haven't lost anybody. We're gaining, and so we can keep going. You want to keep playing? People want to hear "Nobody Thinks About Me."
All right, I could do that.
A little more jam. Yeah, well, there you go, guys. There he goes. Keep rocking. They're here.
All right. Let me get myself in here.
Then I'm going to think of a really hard song for you to do. I'm thinking of what to ask you for. Probably the Revolution by Candlelight later.
Sorry about the big noise. It's like trying to play in the space shuttle.
Who's blowing you up, Michael?
My babies.
Oh, you want to grab it real quick? And I'll talk to you guys in 5 minutes.
They're on notice that Daddy's working.
All right.
by, I'll get to my agenda. Fourth period, Jesus Christ, I'm the one that you terrorize. I'm too tired and it's too late to have this conversation. Absorbed into destruction, the whole world ignores me, so I'll sit and I'll wait. I am born of all your hate in the hallways. Nobody thinks about me. Nobody thinks about me. Nobody thinks about me. Nobody thinks about me. Good morning, Columbine. I'll get to my agenda. In the library, I am Jesus Christ, and I'll smile and destroy. I'm too tired and it's too late to have this conversation. Absorbed into destruction, the whole world ignores me. Yeah, so I'm sitting away. I'm born of all your hate in the hallways. Nobody thinks about me. Nobody thinks about me. So I sit and I wait. I am born of all your hate in the hallways. Nobody thinks about me. Nobody thinks about me. Nobody thinks about me. Nobody thinks about me.
That song is an anthem. I mean, it's an anthem. I for people in school that are going through the whole bullying and cliques and all that shit. It really is.
Thanks. Yeah, you're right. It definitely attaches to that spirit of being, cornered and cast out.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely does. What else you got for us there in the repertory? Can we do Revolution by Candlelight? Because
yeah, let me just tune this up just a bit. There's just that one little wonky do right there. It's always the same. That's all right. Not bad, not bad. That's a little bit on the flat side. That one sits nice.
Adam Zoom checking in from Puerto Rico.
America beneath my feet. Sorry for the blood along this endless stream of anguish, guilt, and what's in between. Highway size, concrete and lies, gathering believers. Sing that we leave at night by candlelight. You stay close or you might die. There's no one else left but us alive. Let nothing come between us. you fly? Can you somehow get to me tonight? There's a few things on my mind if you have the time. Oh, oh, oh. I know you see the anger in my eyes. That's just hope that someone gets to me in time before I lose the line. They said we leave at night by candlelight. He said you stay close right here or you might die. There's no one else left but us alive. Yeah, let nothing come between us. He said let nothing come between us. Can you fly? Can you somehow get to me tonight? There's a few things on my mind if you have the time. Pictures of society mean so much to me, and I can feel the future now. There's no doubt turning from resistance, we live to fight another way. The chorus turns the tide of those who hide. Wake to a brand new day. Is my generation coming down? Trying to figure out what's going wrong. I am burning out. I'm not fading away.
Amazing. Wow. Woo.
Cool.
Hey, man. So, question here. Been reading some stuff here, old stuff, and confirm if this is true or not true. During a break in touring in 2000, Michael Graves and Dr. Chud formed a band called the Lost Boys. They only played 2 shows before the Misfits regrouped, so embarked on another tour.
No, like yes and no. There was this interim where we had to go back out and play, and the worst person that I could have aligned myself with was Chud. I really had no other. I had nothing else. Like I put everything on the line for this guy. That's how out of control my life was. That's how out of control I was. That's how desolate I was. I didn't have anybody. Like I mean that. I didn't have anybody. My family was a wreck. You know, I had beautiful, good friends, but they had no idea how to help me. You know, I was in this huge world all by myself. Geffen Records, like so after we got out of the Misfits, there was this in between before Graves started to roll forward, which was a whole thing as well. I don't know how it came together. I don't remember, but there was this opportunity for us to play at this bar all the way at the end of the boardwalk, all the way at like this. I think it was the northern end of the boardwalk.
Right.
And it was like me, Chud. I think Jason Trioxin had something to do with it. I don't know if Joe would, JV would probably be able to tell this story better. Truly, as a historian, if you will.
Right.
And yeah, so I think that for the night it was going to be called the Lost Boys.
So it's just like a pop-up band.
It really was. It wasn't anything, and I think I showed up
dressed
in makeup, and we did Misfit songs, and
well, I have some footage here that I found. I wanted to roll.
Oh no.
I haven't heard it, so it's going to be a blind run, and it's you have an acoustic guitar here, so I don't know what you're doing here. But
this is not it. This is going to be awful.
So let's run it for a little bit, see what happens. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what the hell's going to happen here, people.
I have no idea. I haven't heard it. I'm just going to hit play.
Oh God!
Something creative inside me from learning about.
That's not Lost Boys.
It's not.
No.
With
somebody totally lied to us.
Yeah, that's not Lost Boys.
This is one of those songs that was born out of my time in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I'm talking about Eastern Europe, for Christ's
and
sake.
it's
Like,
relevant to we
Well,
turn
good.
our
It'll be a
televisions
good song
on,
then.
And too many cities in the world.
Shut up and play.
Explosions and people.
Non-stop power, Michael. Come on. We're locked away, right?
Yearning for freedom, or so they tell us. This is a song called "The City."
oh, the song that I just played. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's not.
Guitar sounds good, man.
There'll be no sleep tonight. The unrest of the city keeps me up all night. Tear down all these walls that keep us from one another.
That guitar sound good.
That's the old man.
Yeah. See that crack right there? Right by the word night.
What's it all for? What do you believe? Whether you believe my choice from.
I think the person recorded singing.
Don't you love when that happens? That's my big red hat, everybody. Look how I matched it with my shirt.
Do you have your dreadlocks underneath there?
God knows what was underneath there.
You're definitely in the group, bro. You're on point.
What's it all for? What do you believe? Whether you believe my choice is wrong, cautiously proceed. I'm fighting for the street. The dream of outside of my knees.
My big red commie hat. Well, Rick James is saying he likes my camo hat better.
I think I have like 3 of those camo hats here, so we always leave them in the car.
Yeah. I look like I'm landing planes with these big earphones, and yeah, that was good.
That was
good.
Fantastic, man. Wow. See, sometimes we do pull. Sometimes a squirrel gets a nut here, like shooting blindly.
That was good.
That was good. Wow, the old man sounded good. And the old man was like a basic Yamaha guitar, right? It was nothing special, really, right?
Yeah. It wasn't any sort of like high-end Martin or anything like that.
And it sounded so good, so good. What's the story of the old man? Because I remember the old man, the last time the old man attempted to play was in Camp Scareaway 1, and that was when it had to be retired because it wouldn't tune no more. It was raining that night, and you had to use somebody else's guitar. But you were telling me the story of somebody put it on the bottom of the bus after you told them not to do it.
Yeah, that guitar wound up on the bottom of the bus, and it got cracked, and somehow I don't know if I just took it because maybe Loki didn't want it because it was cracked or something. But I played that guitar like you just said. I played that guitar to the point where it couldn't be played anymore. It was just so beaten up from the years of playing and just constant playing that I did on that guitar. I beat the hell out of that guitar. It was just the neck was twisted, the body was just from touring, the body was shot, the tuners. You'd have to totally replace probably everything and even the neck because it was, I guess, cheaper wood or whatever, maybe the truss rod. The way that I would lean on the guitar and I would squeeze it, it would bow the guitar. So I would bow the guitar because I was the way that I would hold it and play, and if I let go, you could see it on a tuner. It would go up. I don't know what a centigrade.
Use the neck. The neck is a Bemmy bar.
Right, that's right. I would. Sometimes I would bend the entire guitar. So after years of that, it was over.
Yeah, I remember the last time you played, and it was Camp Scare. Dude, that was such a miserable time. Camp Scareaway 1, guys. That was like there was no practice run, and it was raining, and we didn't have gear. Michael was wearing a trash bag. You remember?
Yes,
that was your rain.
Yeah.
Yes. Trash bag. And but it was a good time. It was a good time. But
yeah, we have to do that again. But
I do it something special. I was thinking, dude, we can do. I'm not a poker player, but I would love to do a Michael Grace poker night and sell seats, and we don't have to have, we can have like the grand.
We should do like paintball, like overnight paintball.
Hurt last night. It was fun. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Guys, you guys ever see Michael really pissed off at me? Let's play paintball and put me on the opposite team.
My team did not listen to me at all. Before we went out on the field, I'm like, all right, we all got to stay together. We got to communicate. We have to move together, or we're gonna get fucking killed. And as soon as they blew the whistle, everyone ran in a different direction.
So it was a big field, and I totally flanked them. And I went through the back, and I see Michael and everybody hiding behind trees. I'm like, that's it.
Because every time I said we have to stay together because they're you guys were so much better than us, because what happened was they'd blow the whistle.
Right.
Everyone would run in different directions, and you guys would hunt us down by staying together and flank us, because Loki was thinking too, and you guys would be able to just like come around and come up on our 6 all the time.
I would hear Michael screaming like, "How the fuck they get behind us?" And blah 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 blah. See, because we don't just because it's Michael, we don't take it easy on him, right, Michael?
No, certainly did not.
I think I shot you once right in the middle of the freaking head too. Remember that one?
Yes.
I still have those.
that was a great shot. That was
Michael's
a great
running,
shot.
and I'm like, "Bah!" That's it.
Yeah. I had run out of ammo. Like somehow I had run out of ammunition. And I
left your ammunition behind, and Dean had taken it. You got really pissed.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So I had come all the way back around, and I remember I was just under fire from like all different directions. And at one point, I put my head up, and I could see the paintball coming. I had it. I was like, "Fuck!" Bah! Everybody left me. Every time the whistle would blow, everybody's running in different directions. I'm like, we're never gonna win. Idiots.
The only one that got hurt there was that Dean got shot in the neck. He had a welt like that. It looked like the fucking paintball went under his skin. It looked and then Tony that gave up real quick I think it was Loki that shot him on top of the head, like on top of the head. Bah! Tony's like, "That's it. I give up. Fuck this shit. I'm going home."
That's right. Well, Tony got it bad because Tony, again,
Tony
like
was a sniper. Tony was hiding in the back, just sniping people.
Yeah. So a couple of us eventually hunted down Tony, and when we found him, we shot him so many times.
Get him murdered.
He was just like, please stop.
Give up. Fuck you guys. Like Tony.
Yeah, he got me. But he did. He took one in the head, and he was out. He wasn't into it anymore. He fucking hurt.
Oh shit, that hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man, I know.
I ran out of fucking air. I remember, and it was Loki's girlfriend, and I had her. I'm like, wow, and I'm like, cluck, 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 cluck. I'm like, shit. Everybody jumped on top of me, man. Oh, what a great time! There's videos of that. That was broadcasted live on Instagram, I believe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
broadcasted live. But yeah, all right. So let's do that. Let's do that again. I'm gonna have to climb a tree or something. I can't run anymore. I got a bad fucking knee, but I can still kill. Kill Bill.
Oh, my camera went out again.
Oh, I thought you were doing something. I thought there you go. So no,
every time I hit the computer with my knee,
we got to change your picture. Your picture, it's a picture of me going like this.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I saw that. All right, well, let's wrap this up here. We're approaching the 10 o'clock Eastern hour.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we really covered a lot tonight,
guys. I think this might be the last episode before we hit the road. Unless we do something on Friday, but I'm not sure.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, so this is the last episode. Friday is going to be for the families. You know, Saturday we are. It's off. It's off.
But everybody just keep paying attention. And we'll be on here a lot. We'll post updates and pictures and a lot going on. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of interviews and lots happening. A lot of stuff is moving forward, so we'll keep you updated.
That's fantastic, guys. Listen, officialmichaelrace.com, buy something. I'll send you a posters. Catch us on the tour. Come and hang out. If you want to buy some guitars or whatever, something special, hit me up. We can make it happen. I just picked up all of Michael's art supplies today, too. I was at Michael's with my wife, and we picked up all the paints and brushes and all that fucking stuff. So
excited to get creative again.
It's going to be good. Dude, I bought you these little mini canvases. They're like this. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll get Michael to paint on them.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll do all that stuff. We have the packages right there, starting from $750 all the way to $2,000. There's shows, there's paintings, whatever you want, we can pretty much do. Hit me up at art@officialmichaelrace.com. There's only like 3 slots left. I'm dying to put a big sold out across that because that's my goal. Put a big sold out across that. Hit us up and thank you and good night. What do you say, Michael?
Yeah, good night, everyone. Thanks for
if I knew what to do,
I'd do it.